Round one of the 2025 NFL Draft is in the books, and we got a day two mock draft coming up on the channel. But I just wanted to remind everybody that we are going to be live for every single pick of day two and day three of the NFL Draft. Over 60,000 people tuned in to our day one live stream, the best place to be on YouTube if you want Giants content. So if you bleed Giants blue and you want to stay up to date with the NFL Draft and have a party, hit that sub button and turn those noties on. Yo, what's going on, everybody? You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am Marshall Green, a day two mock. As we know, the New York Giants made not one, but two picks in round one of the 2025 NFL Draft, selecting Abdul Carter with the number 3 overall pick, and then trading back up into round one, the number 25 pick, to get Jaxson Dart, the Ole Miss quarterback. It did come with the price to pay, and maybe a price that was a little bit too much. Overall, I like the trade, and I like the selection of Dart. That is my and your quarterback. The Giants, though, they had to give up pick 34, which I don't really factor into that because you got 25 with it. But you had to add on pick number 99 in this year's class, the compensatory pick that comes from the Xavier McKinney departure to the Green Bay Packers. But you also had to give up a 2026 third-round pick. Do not love giving up that pick, but it costs to be the boss, and scared money does not make money. So now the New York Giants have just one pick on day two, number 65 overall, the first pick of round 3 of the NFL Draft. Maybe they look to trade back from that spot, and ideally, if you do, you find a team that has 2 picks in the third round that you could make it happen. The Texans are one of those teams. The New Orleans Saints are one of those teams. I would keep your eyes on those. Maybe the Saints trying to move up to get their quarterback. Maybe it's Shador, maybe it's Tyler Shuck or Jalen Milroe. You have a lot of picks, though, on day 3, 105, 154, 219, and 246. But just one pick today, and we ran through a Pro Football Focus mock draft simulator, and here were the picks prior to when the New York Giants were on the clock. Some good players go, like Cam Scadaboo, our guy Trey Harris, who I would love to pair him with Jaxson Dart. Kyle Williams ended up going. Jalen Knoll ended up going. Like Dylan Sampson ended up going. Jalen Royals, he went. Quinshon Judkins goes to the Bills at 56. That would be a really nice pick for them. But a lot of still really good players left. And let's go to the defensive tackle position. Omar Norman Lott, in my opinion, the best pass rushing interior defensive lineman in this class. TJ Sanders is a really good player. CJ West, Alfred Collins, someone we've talked at length about on this channel, had a top 30 visit with the New York Football Giants. Shamar Turner was there. And then there was some good offensive linemen as well. Tate Ratledge out of Georgia. Marcus Bowe out of Purdue. He had a top 30 visit. Jonas Sava-Inaya out of Arizona. I like him a lot. He was one of my guys in this class. And Wyatt Milam out of West Virginia. I got to talk to him at the Big 12 Pro Day. He was a really, really good kid. And if you're looking for an offensive weapon, Alec Ayo, how do you say it, Smitty? Ayo Manor. I don't think he's going to be a Giant, but I wouldn't hate it. Caleb Johnson out of Iowa. I like him a lot. He came in with a top 30 visit. The Giants hired the Iowa running back coach to be their running back coach. Elijah Arroyo, the tight end of Miami, he came for a top 30 visit. R.J. Harvey is someone I'm interested in. Damian Martinez, he wants to run through your chest. And Terrence Ferguson. So there's some good players at skill position spots, offensive line, defensive line. And I'm hoping the Giants walk away with a stud at this 65th pick. Who do you want it to be, though? When Jason Sehorn walks to the stage today to say, with the 65th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select, comment the name you want to hear down below. I'm all for BPA this draft, and I think the Giants did do that with the number 3 overall pick, and they went after a need at the end of round 1, and I'm not upset with that. You got your quarterback. You think he's the guy. Let's rock and roll. But at 65, I want to go best player available, and kind of hoping that it is a defensive tackle, because I do think this team is a D tackle away from being one of the more talented units in the NFL. And that's why I am selecting Alfred Collins, the interior defensive lineman out of the University of Texas, with the 65th pick of the NFL Draft, the first pick in round 3. We got a deep dive on Alfred Collins coming up in a second, but first, I got to give a huge shout out to our proud sponsor, Game Time. With the NFL Draft here, That means NFL Sundays are around the corner. And if you want to go watch the Giants at MetLife Stadium or on the road this year, the best place to get your tickets is with Game Time. So download the app, create an account, use that promo code ChatSports, and get $20 off your first purchase where terms do apply. You get the best seats for the lowest price guaranteed. Prices actually drop as the events get closer. You get to see your seat view inside the app. You get to access your tickets from your phone. And if you decide, Spumoni, I don't want to go to the game or the event anymore, you can easily resell your tickets as well. And it's more than just football games. You can go watch the Knicks in the playoffs at Madison Square Garden. You can go watch the Yankees at the ballpark. You can go to a concert, a comedy show, a theater event, and so much more. And you can save up to 60% off buying last-minute tickets with Game Time to sporting events, concert, theater events, and so much more. Use that all-in pricing feature. Use that Game Time Picks feature. That way you are locked in to getting the best seats for the lowest price guaranteed. What time is it? It is game time, ladies and gentlemen. Support the show. Support the sponsor. Be a real one. I think Alfred Collins was – Omar Norman Lott, is a player that I have ranked a little bit above Alfred Collins, but I think he's more of a specialist in the sense of I think he's an elite pass rusher. And didn't play all that much at Tennessee. They have kind of a platoon system there. Whereas Alfred Collins, you're adding a 6'5", 335-pound human being next to Dexter Lawrence to improve your run game. And that's what the Giants need. Alfred Collins is a guy that he could play nose tackle. He could play a shade inside. He really played all across the defensive line for the University of Texas. This past year, though, playing more nose tackle than before. And he's got the feet and the athletic ability, in my opinion, to grow as a pass rusher. Just 1 sack this year, but 18 pressures, 7 pass breakups. He gets those mitts up there, and he's able to be a disruptor in the passing game. 55 tackles, and he's been healthy. He was a really big commit coming out of high school, and he's got a lot of juice. And I think if you pair him alongside Andre Patterson, that's going to be awesome for the New York Giants. Awesome run stopper with great power. Has the knack for getting hands up and knocking passes down. The pass rush plan doesn't really exist beyond effort and some push, which tells me he needs to be coached up. And Andre Patterson, we've seen the things you've done with defensive linemen before. If he's able to grab that moldable ball of clay of 6'5", 330 pounds with good feet, that's going to take Alfred Collins to another level, and that would take this defense to another level. The Athletics' Dane Brugler saying this about Alfred Collins. Collins is still learning how to maximize his size and talent, but he took a sizable jump this past season and shows the physical traits to be a disruptive force, especially against the run. He will provide immediate depth as a rookie, and his snap count should increase with experience. I think he could be a day one starter for the New York Football Giants. You put out a defensive line, if you come out in a traditional 3-4, you could put him at the nose, you could put Dex at the defensive tackle, you could put maybe Brian Burns there with Kayvon Thibodeau and Abdul Carter, and you got a couple more defensive linemen you added in the offseason. Like, you're turning what was a strength into a dominant unit for this team. This guy is special, and I'm really hoping that he is here. And at the end of the day, there's a lot of great defensive tackles in this class that I would not be mad at all if the New York Giants walked away with them. Like, if you end up with Omar Norman Lott, I'm going to be thrilled. TJ Sanders, extremely happy. CJ West, let's go play ball. I'm hoping our guy Darius Alexander is there, so I could be 3 for 3 in my mock draft, but I'm not sure that one is going to happen. But Alfred Collins, hook him. I'm going to be pumped up if you're a Giant. Make sure you are following me on social media. The first spot you'll find out where the Giants make their pick is live on this channel, but also on my social media. It's going to be a follow at @MarshallGreen_, and let's go G-Men.